Hi everyone, my name is Nina Shazali Natasha, metric number 256006. Today, my group and I gonna to present our project paper, which is investigate the probability of bankruptcy for courier company in Malaysia, Nationwide Express and Post Laju Malaysia. This is my group member, Zawani, Munirah and Nurul Hidayah. Now I will explain background of the study. What is bankruptcy? Bankruptcy is a legal process which is people or others entity cannot repay debts to creditors. According to the CEIC reported by Malaysia Department of Insolvency, Malaysia's number of bankruptcy data reported at 945,000 units in December 2019. In our project paper, we decide to compare and investigate the probability of Post Malaysia, which is Post Laju, and Nationwide Express Sdn Bhd bankruptcy level based on their corporate financial within 5 years, which are from 2015 until 2019. This is because these two couriers are the first post courier in Malaysia. Okay, in this paper, we use Zeta model to achieve our paper objective. Zeta model is a modified version of the original Edmonds model that was developed in 1968. As Gupta et al. 2013 used Zeta model to predict bankruptcy of the listed textile company in Punjab for the years 1999 to 2010. Okay, now we move to problem statement. In our project, we decide to use Zeta model because for the Zeta model, there had not been many researchers can determine the validity of this model, especially in determining the probability of bankruptcy in the courier service industry in Malaysia. In Malaysia, most of the researchers are focusing the bankruptcy in healthcare and financial company only.
Assalamualaikum. Today I will be present to you the research objective. My name is Nurul Hidayah and my metric number is 256177. There are two objectives that we hope to achieve at the end of this research. It is the first objective to examine the validity of Zeta model in determine the probability of bankruptcy in courier service industry. The second objective is to evaluate the performance for the two companies that are listed under courier service industry for the periods of 2015 until 2019.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Munirah binti Ahmad Yusof and my metric number 256271. As I will explain about the methodology. For the project, the method that we will use is Zeta model. Actually, the Zeta model is a modified version from the original Altman Z-score model. This model is based on financial ratio and it is the efficient ways to analyzing or measuring the soundness of firms or company financial distress. It is also to anticipate any future financial difficulties. The Zeta model is a linear combination of 5 financial ratios and weighted by coefficient. As seen in the slide, there is Zeta model equation, which is 1.2x1 plus 1.4x2 plus 3.3x3 plus 0.6x4 plus 1.0x5. The formula for X1 is working capital divided by total asset, X2 retained earning divided by total asset, X3 earnings before interest and tax divided by total asset, X4 total book equity divided by liabilities, and X5 sales divided by total asset. After the result obtained from the model, it will be compared to a benchmark that is set to determine the financial soundness of the company. So, the criteria were used to interpret the Z-score model is shown in the slide. As we see, if the value of Z-score above 3, it is free risk and in safe zone. While if the value of Z-score is between 1.8 and 3, it will be at risk and which it will put in gray zone, and the last one is if the value of z-score below than 1.8, it is highly probability bankruptcy, which is in distress zone. To get the probability of bankruptcy, use the formula as shown in the slide. Next, this is the financial statement of Pos Laju from 2015 to 2019. And then this is financial statement of Nationwide Express from 2015 to 2019. Okay, next I will explain about the result and discussion in part 1. As we see in the slide is the Pos Laju financial ratio results. In table 4, working capital to total assets ratio shows an increased ratio from 2015 to 2016 but decreased it until 2019. This is because of the huge increase in working capital and then started to decrease until 2019. When it comes to treating earnings to total asset ratio, it declined along the 5 years from 2015 until 2019. Earnings before tax and interest to total asset ratio shows that it declined from 2015 until 2018 but apparently increased in 2019. This scenario may be causing the increase in earnings before tax and interest value from year 2015 until 2018 but slightly decreased in 2019. Total equity to total liability ratios decreases from 2015 until 2019 as the total liabilities keep increasing throughout the 5 years. For sale to total asset ratios, it tends to be not consistent throughout the 5 years as it keeps on changing from increase to decrease and vice versa each year. And then this is Nationwide financial ratio results. From the table 3 above, Nationwide Express shown a decrease in working capital to total asset ratios, which is from 0.460 in year 2015 to negative 0.266 in year 2019. This reason for the huge decrease in working capital, especially in year 2019, where their working capital went down from 35,509 million in year 2015 to negative 26,549 million in year 2019. Then, when it comes to the retained earnings to total asset ratio, it also seen that in the year 2019, that financial ratio declined from 0.019 in 2015 to negative 0.605 in 2019 due to the huge losses of the company experienced in 2019. The value of retained earnings for Nationwide Express was decreased from 1,453 million in year 2015 to negative 60,346 million in year 2019. After that, as the result of the 2019 losses, the value of EBIT to total asset ratio went to negative 0.306 for year 2019, were also affected to the value of total book equity to total liability ratio. The value of debt ratio also dropped down from 4.084 in year 2015 to 0.475 in year 2019. Lastly, the company had lower sale, which is 99,334 million in year 2015 compared to 86,521 million in year 2019. Thus, Nationwide Express sales to total asset ratio will also become decline from 1.287 in year 2015 to 0.867 in year 2019. Next, I will pass the part 2 to my friend.
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Siti Nurjawani binti Muhammad Zakri. My metric number is 255976. So for my part, I will explain the result and discussion, which is for the comparison of Zeta score and also the probability of bankruptcy for both companies, which is Nationwide Express and also the Puslaju. Firstly, I will talk about the comparison of Zeta score for Nationwide Express and Puslaju. So, based on the table, we can see that the Nationwide Express in year 2015 and year 2016 was in a safe zone because the values of the Zeta score were bigger than 3, which is had a free risk to get bankruptcy. Compared to the Puslaju, where only in year 2015 was in a safe zone, but in year 2016 was changed to the grey zone, where the values of the Zeta score were in between of 1.8 and 3, which is had a big risk to get bankruptcy. However, 2 years later, which was at year 2018 and year 2019, Nationwide Express was in a high zone, which had a highly risk or highly probability to get bankruptcy, while for the Puslaju still maintained in a grey zone from 2016 until 2019. So next, I will proceed for the probability of bankruptcy for Nationwide Express and Puslaju. Based on the graph below, which is the graph of probability of bankruptcy for both companies, we can see that the Nationwide Express has shown the higher pattern of bankruptcy probability over the study period, which is from 2015 until 2019. This is because started the study period, the probability only showed a 1.27% chance of being bankrupted, but after that the probability was drastically increased during the study period, reaching to 73.55% in year 2019. For the Puslaju, it was show the lower pattern because started the study period, the probability was 3.09% chance of being bankrupted, and the probability when increased only to 13.41% at year 2019.
Conclusions. The result that we obtained from this study show that Nationwide Express is experiencing financial positions problem and the chance of going bankrupt is high, reaching to 73.55% in 2019. The reason of why Nationwide Express has such problems were due to huge losses that they accounted started in 2017. While Nationwide Express had their down, Puslaju showed that they had fairly good numbers for the first year of study, but then the number began to fall, but still consistent in grey zone until the end year of the study. The reason of that was due to the increase in earning before tax and interest value from the year 2015 until 2018 and a slightly decrease in 2019. That's all and thank you.